Who's the worst at staying focused in K-pop Demon Hunter? Is it the overthinker, the jokester, or the one who just can't resist a crush? Today, we're ranking every character by how easily distracted they are, and number 1 might surprise you. So stick around until the end. But before we dive in, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest K-pop Demon Hunter breakdowns. Starting off our list at number 6, we have Meera, often seen as the steady blade of the group. On the surface, she looks like the least distracted member of Huntrix, blunt, sarcastic, and brutally honest. She's the one who calls out Roomie, keeps Zoe grounded, and pulls the team back when things start to spiral. But even Meera has her weak spots. Despite her stoic exterior, Meera can be thrown off balance by simple things, like developing crushes just as easily as Zoe does. She may try to hide it, but her heart betrays her in ways she doesn't expect. Her temper is another side of her distraction, flaring up when demons sabotage the group or when she feels betrayed, pulling her focus away from strategy. What really makes Meera interesting, though, is how much she cares. Beneath her sharp remarks and tough personality, she deeply values Roomie and Zoe. That loyalty sometimes distracts her from the mission, especially when she can't figure out why Roomie makes certain choices. Her frustration with Roomie's actions, like changing lyrics or cheering for Ginu, gnaws at her, making her more reactive than she wants to be. And of course, there's her past. Meera grew up as the rebellious black sheep of her family, a role that still lingers beneath her steady front. Every now and then, that wildness breaks through, distracting her from the calm and focused image she tries to project. So, while Meera might seem like the most collected member of the team, her distractions are there, subtle, emotional, and hidden beneath her blade-sharp exterior. Moving up to number 5, we find someone very different, the manager who holds it all together, Bobby. He may not be a performer like Huntrix, but he's every bit as vital to the group's success. As their manager, he's the one who keeps the schedules tight, the promotions rolling, and the energy upbeat. Cheerful, loyal, and always ready with a snack or a joke, Bobby feels like the glue that holds everything together. But even Bobby, with all his steadiness, isn't immune to distractions. He can't help but get caught up in the fun, dancing to songs, admiring rival groups, even celebrating fan-made ships. That fanboy spirit makes him relatable, but it sometimes blurs the line between being a manager and being just another excited fan. Underneath all of that, Bobby carries a deeper fear, the fear of being left behind. Like the night he brought snacks during the takedown rehearsals, only to find the room empty. Moments like that leave him discouraged, questioning if his presence really matters. This insecurity makes him vulnerable, and it's exactly what Guima exploits, whispering temptations that pull him closer to the Saja boys. Yet for all his struggles, Bobby's passion for the idol world shines through. He celebrates the victories, protects their image, and even when temptation makes him falter, he always finds his way back to the truth. In the end, it's Bobby who proudly declares with no hesitation, "I love my girls." Climbing to number 4, we've got someone whose distractions are impossible to miss. Meet Derpy, the supernatural feline with cerulean blue fur, tusk-like teeth, and a grin that never fades. At first glance, he looks intimidating, but in truth, Derpy is more house cat than hunter. Loyal, affectionate, and endlessly goofy, he's as likely to chase after pats and pets as he is to help in a fight. And yet, those lovable quirks are exactly what make him so distracted. His unfocused eyes match his unfocused nature. He gets lost in small obsessions, like the time he spent far too long trying to set a potted plant upright after knocking it over. His loyalty is pure, but it can pull him off course, like when he offered Roomie's bracelet to Ginu in desperation to snap him out of Guima's control. But that's also what makes him unforgettable. He may not have the sharpest focus, but he has the biggest heart. And in K-pop Demon Hunter, sometimes love and loyalty matter more than discipline. That's why Derpy lands at number 4 on our list of the most distracted characters. Climbing into number 3, we meet someone whose distractions run much deeper. Ginu, the leader of the Saja boys. On the surface, he's charismatic, sharp, and manipulative. But behind that polished idol smile lies a storm of conflict and hesitation. Ginu is the classic overthinker. Centuries of guilt over abandoning his family gnaw at him, leaving him distracted by shame he can never quite erase. Even as he schemes with Guima, he secretly questions his own choices, hesitating in moments where clarity would make him stronger. He's torn between his duty as a demon, his loyalty to the Saja boys, and the flickers of humanity that never truly left him. And when Roomie enters the picture, his focus wavers even more. He spares her when he shouldn't, gets flustered by her presence, and can't keep himself from comparing her struggles to his own. That mix of sympathy, guilt, and unspoken affection pulls him in too many directions at once, leaving him vulnerable. Even in battle, Ginu's tendency to tease, toy, and stall feels less like confidence and more like distraction, a way to cover up his inner turmoil. And though he plays the role of antagonist, it's clear his mind is never fully on Guima's mission. Instead, it's always drifting back to the memories, regrets, and what-ifs that haunt him. Ginu may be clever and dangerous, but his constant overthinking makes him one of the most distracted characters in K-pop Demon Hunter. That lands him right here at number 3. Now, we move from Ginu's storm of overthinking at number 3 to someone whose distractions come from pure energy and open-hearted innocence. At number 2, we have Zoe, the Maknae of Huntrix, the group's youngest and most playful member. Born in Korea, but raised in Burbank, California, Zoe always carried that in-between feeling. Not fully from one culture, not fully from the other. It's a struggle she pours into her lyrics, like in her song Golden, where she confesses that sometimes she feels like she doesn't belong anywhere. But when you meet Zoe, the first thing you notice isn't her insecurity, it's her spark. She's bubbly, tactile, and endlessly affectionate, the kind of person who will make a heart sign at you one second and write lyrics in her notebook the next. She's also an incredible performer, a fast rapper, and a loyal friend. Yet, for all her strengths, Zoe is also one of the most easily distracted characters in K-pop Demon Hunter. She can't resist a good beat. Even the Saja Boys' song Soda Pop makes her shoulders start moving twice. She's easily entertained, quick to trust, and sometimes too naive for her own good. In fact, when the Saja Boys first appear, she even wonders if they might be nice demons. Her distractions also come from her heart. Zoe falls hard for mystery, keeping his picture on her wall and blushing when he's near. That fluttering crush often clouds her judgment, especially when the line between friend and foe blurs. Then there's her eagerness to please, something Han himself points out as being maybe a little too eager. Zoe fears being too much or not enough for the people she loves, and that pressure makes her panic about how others see her. It's exactly the kind of vulnerability Guima preys upon later in the story, whispering doubts into her mind when the team needs her most focused. Between her boundless energy, her cultural insecurity, her innocent crushes, and her desperate need to belong, Zoe's heart is always being pulled in a dozen directions. That's what makes her one of the most distracted characters in the entire film, and why she ranks so high here at number 2. When it comes to K-pop Demon Hunter, there's one member whose distractions run deeper, darker, and more dangerous than anyone else's. At number 1, we have Roomie. Her distractions are not as simple as attraction or curiosity. They are rooted in something far heavier, the clash between who she is and who she believes she must be. Born half human, half demon, Roomie carries a secret that threatens to unravel everything she's built. On stage, she shines with flawless star power, confident, graceful, and every bit the leader her group and fans need her to be. But beneath that perfect image lies constant turmoil. Every time her demon markings spread, every time her voice falters, she's pulled into the fear of rejection. Terrified that her teammates, her fans, or even herself might see her not as a hero, but as a monster. Her distractions show up in powerful ways. Her obsession with perfection, pushing her voice and body beyond their limits, ignoring her own health, all in hopes of proving she's strong enough to earn her humanity. Her secrecy, hiding her demon side from Meera and Zoe, believing she has to shoulder the burden alone. Her recklessness, running into danger, even meeting Ginu in secret, because she feels it's her responsibility to protect everyone, even if it means sacrificing herself. What makes Roomie the most distracted is that she isn't pulled away by outside forces like songs, charms, or temptations. She's distracted from within, torn between love and shame, duty and desire, her human side and her demon side. Her every choice is haunted by the question, can she truly lead? Or is she destined to destroy the very people she loves most? That is why Roomie stands as the most distracted character in K-pop Demon Hunter, because her battle isn't just against demons, but against herself. And that wraps up our list of the top 6 most distracted characters in K-pop Demon Hunter. From Meera's daydreams to Zoe's bubbly curiosity, from Derpy's loyal quirks to Ginu's haunted past, and finally, Roomie's inner war. Each of them shows us that distraction isn't just about losing focus, it's about what pulls at your heart the most. Comment down below who you think is the most distracted character, or share your own top 6 list. I'd love to see what you come up with. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into K-pop Demon Hunter, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.